This video could save you thousands of dollars. If you're watching this right now, it means that you're most likely considering having a house built. And the very first step is land clearing. But here's what they don't tell you. Getting the equipment to your house costs hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars because they're having to bring it in on a semi and drop it off. Since all that money is being paid to get it there, make sure you're using it to your full capacity because it's never gonna be cheaper than it is right now. But before the equipment gets there, you should have done one thing, which is marking the trees. So most likely the builder is going to give you some ribbon and it's called flagging tape. And what you'll do is you'll go around to the trees that you absolutely want to save and you'll wrap those trees up with the ribbon. But keep in mind, that doesn't always mean that you're going to be able to save them. If the guy's in there with his equipment and it's in the way, they might have to take it down, but you're giving those trees their best shot by wrapping them with ribbon. The next thing is future structures. So the house is being built and they have all that equipment there knocking trees down. Now, once the house is built, it's going to be much harder to get trees removed for things like a metal building, a shed, maybe you want an outdoor sauna or a greenhouse. So while that equipment's there, make sure you tell the builder what areas you want cleared so that maybe a few years down the road, you won't have to worry about a tree company coming out and clearing that, charging you triple what they're gonna charge you right now. So if you plan on having a little bit of extra parking on the side, if you're gonna have parties or anything like that, and you're gonna end up maybe throwing some gravel down, make sure you plan for that area as well. What I have listed, this is the home building checklist, by the way. So 100 pages of everything you want to consider as a homeowner before you start building your house. So if you're interested, you can get it at builderbrigade.com. But what I have listed in here is 10 by 20. So every car spot that you want, consider 10 by 20 foot deep for those cars, and then just keep multiplying it how much room you want, depending on how many friends you have. Okay, now this leads me to an alternate driveway. Now it's a little bit bougie, but if you have the means to add an alternate driveway, because let's say you have a really nice paved driveway going up to the house, and in the future you're gonna have a pool built or you're having gas delivered to refill your tanks, you can have an alternate driveway cut out and put gravel down so those big heavy trucks can drive on there without you being worried about your concrete getting messed up that leads to your house. And with all that talk about gravel driveways, early on, before you end up having your driveway paved, they're gonna put gravel down, but don't be shy on adding extra gravel around the house where all the contractors park, because here's the best part that nobody really thinks about. You're gonna have concrete trucks driving on that gravel and really compacting it down. You're never gonna get that much weight compacting down the base of the driveway like you will right now. So the more gravel, the better. Those big heavy trucks will compact it. So then when you do pour your driveway, you're gonna have very minimal shifting and less cracking. So all I'm saying is don't be cheap when it comes to the gravel. You'll be really glad that you went over the top with it. And this is one of the most important tips. When you're having your house built, you're gonna see that the tree line is gonna be pretty close to the house, unless you specifically say you want a distance. I always recommend 50 foot from the house to the tree line. But if you can go further, ideally it's whatever the tallest tree is, whatever that distance is so that tree won't hit the house, do that. Now you might not have the property to do that, so that obviously comes into play. But all I'm trying to say is just make sure you're thinking about where that tree line is, and if you can push it back a little bit, do it. It'll give you more lawn, you'll be happy that you did. And the last one, so if you have a tree, if you look at the canopy, you can draw a straight line down from the branches down to the ground. That is called the drip ring, I think, or drip line. And what that means is that the roots of that tree go out to about that line right there. And if you end up putting a driveway right up against that tree, it has a very high likelihood that it's gonna die. And that's exactly what happened with that tree. Over the last couple of years, it started looking rough, and then the wind came and it just fell right over. So if you have any of those trees that look like they're gonna be a nuisance on the house, get them removed now, because if those guys got to come in there with a chipper and a bucket truck and remove any trees later on, it's going to be super expensive. All right, that's the end of the list. So if you want more, 100 pages more, I have a home building checklist. You can get it at builderbrigade.com. It covers everything that you're going to want to know as a homeowner in the planning and even during the building stage. So get that now at builderbrigade.com. And if you want more videos like this, make sure you subscribe.